Hello, I am coming to you with my professional setup. I actually have a tripod now. I don't have to balance my phone on like books and other things. I actually have a ring light so I can not have horribly lit videos anymore. I am just moving on up in the professional world here. Anyway, so today I'm going to share this deck with you, Nature and Soul Yoga Wisdom cards. Let's get into it. This is by US Games, and full disclosure, they did send me this, but as always, these are my own opinions. So this is a deck I don't use every day, although you totally could. This is definitely, where am I looking? I'm looking over here. That's annoying. There's so many uses for this deck, which I love. I love decks and guidebooks that you can use in many ways and incorporate into your practice in a bunch of different ways rather than just like, oh, let's pull a card and then like that's it. I like prompts, I like activities. If you've seen any of my other deck reviews, you probably know that. Anywho, so this is, like I said, Nature and Soul Yoga Wisdom cards. One downside, I don't like the size of this deck at all. So here is the backs of the cards. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not a fan of the size. They're awkward to shuffle. I don't like that. But the card quality is good. I do like how they shuffle. Like they shuffle pretty good. Not too much slide, not too much stick. They're nice thickness. Just the size is awkward. I don't like it. I'll show you the cards in a second. We'll get into the guidebook real quick. So it's kind of just your simple guidebook. It does have like a little introduction, how to use the deck. It has some suggestions. You can do, just a bunch of different suggestions here. It has the cards. So it does go in alphabetical order, which is nice. So the cards are not numbered, I don't think. Yeah, the cards are not numbered, but the guidebook does go in alphabetical order, which I appreciate, so you're not having to flip through everywhere. So here's where it gets cool. So it has, you could pull these just like a normal Oracle deck. I'll kind of start to get into, I'll go back to the guidebook in a second. But you can do this as like a typical Oracle deck because it has the pose, and then it has the keyword. Sorry, it's backwards for you. Maybe in editing I can like flip this, but anyway, it has a keyword there. So you can totally just pull a card, like what do I need to work on today? What's holding me back? Whatever. And it has that. So the yoga poses, some of them are very easy poses for beginners. Others are a little more difficult. Like that one, I can't even get into that one. So that is one thing that I do, at least I don't think I noticed it in the guidebook. They don't have like a, if you're new to yoga and you can't do this position, or maybe, you're just not physically able to, they don't have any, like, I mean, come on, I can't do that. They don't have like beginners poses or what am I trying to think of? Like alternative poses. Well, I mean, here's mountain. I can do that one. But the images are really pretty. I really like how they, like, this is tiger. I can do tiger. How they have the human form with the word or image or pose overlapped with it, like tiger, flower. And like I said, the artwork is gorgeous. It's this beautiful watercolor. I can do swan. So I do wish that in the book they maybe had like alternative poses or, beginner friendly poses if you can't do this one. But, we do have Google. We have the internet. So you could always, if you have a pose that you're like, I really want to do that, but I don't think I can, just put in the pose and see if there's a modified, that's the word I'm looking for, modified version. Okay, so how I like this, like I said, you can either just strictly pull a card, use it as an Oracle deck, look up the message. So it does have, what am I trying to say? Totally just drew a blank. So it does have a description of the card. So like bee, this is a small insect, symbol of accomplishing the impossible. It talks a little bit about the bee, what its symbolism is. It also talks about B being like breath within yoga practice. And then it also has so that kind of talks about, you know, just a little bit more of the symbol, I guess, I want to say. So like monkey talks a little bit more about like the monkey symbolism and kind of how that relates into a yoga practice, which is pretty cool. And then it also has the message. So again, if you were just wanting to pull a card for a typical oracle card message, you pull a card, open the guidebook, and you can look up what the message is. And then it has, which I like, practice. So let me try to back up. So if you don't want to do like a full yoga session, you could pull your card, see what the message is. Why am I drawing blanks? See what the message is, and then look up the practice, and it'll say try out B breath as a way to focus your mind and efforts, relax your shoulders. So it has different like just different little techniques that you can do that you can incorporate into your complete yoga practice, or you could just have that be part of your morning routine. You know, you pull a card for some clarity for the day, look up what the practice is, and incorporate that into your day. So here we have dancer. The practice would be embarking on a moving meditation in a place outdoors of your choosing. So it gives you different, I like that it's like, it's not just activities for you to do like sitting in meditation or sitting in your yoga practice. It's things that you can do, incorporate into your daily life however you want. A lot of them are kind of like closing your eyes, like this one, close your eyes, tune into your natural breath. So a lot of them are ways that you can incorporate into your yoga practice, but others are just like ways to incorporate it into your life. Now, here is a really fun way to do this. So say you want to get more out of these cards than just pulling a card, which if you just want to pull a card and get the message, that's fine. Maybe you just want to pull a card, get the message, and do what the book suggests as a practice to incorporate into your spiritual routine for the day. That is great. Or maybe you pull your card for the day and you got Cobra. So you want to make sure to include Cobra pose within your yoga practice that day. Or you can create your own yoga. I'm not a yoga. I mean, I do yoga, but I don't know all the terms. Your own yoga session. And you could pull multiple cards. Like what do I really need right now? And you could pull flow, yoga flow, right? Is that right? You could pull like 5 cards and create your own yoga flow. So, I mean, like, let's just go ahead and pull some cards. 1, 2, we'll just do 3 cards for the sake of this. So we got camel. We got peacock, of course, all these poses that I'm like, I'm gonna do that. And eagle. So you would just make sure you could just have these 3 poses be part of your yoga flow for the day, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or you could create an entire yoga sequence using, incorporating these poses. It's really kind of endless on how to use this deck. I really, really like it. My personal way that I have done it is by drawing a few cards and seeing like what does my body, my mind, and my spirit really need right now. Because remember, yoga really is about incorporating and balancing your mind, body, and spirit. So I've been liking to pull like 3 to 5 cards, and I create my own little yoga flow with those poses. And it has been really great. And then I also look at what the messages are as well. So I pull the cards, I look at what the message is, the meaning behind it. And then while I'm doing my yoga sequence, my yoga flow with those specific poses, I kind of just keep those messages in the back of my mind. And I really love how it incorporates the mental, the emotional, the spiritual with the physical. It's all such a beautiful meshing. So US Games, Nature and Yoga Wisdom cards. I think that this is a really, really unique deck. I also think this deck is going to be just a deck that is for certain people. You know, not everybody's going to resonate with this deck, but if you are somebody who likes to incorporate some yoga here and there into your life, or maybe you do it every day, definitely I think you should get this deck. I wish they would re-release it with, I don't like the size. That's really my only complaint. Anyway, let me know if you have this deck, or if you get this deck and you work with it. Let me know your thoughts. All right, bye.